Hey there, friends. Day 2 of Kwanzaa. Nobody handed me permission to become who I am today. I named myself, I claimed myself, and that is KUJICHAGULIA. So, grab a snack and come on back and let's talk about principle number 2 of Kwanzaa. Hey there, my loves. We're back with day 2, the second principle of Kwanzaa, of the Nguzo Saba, and that is KUJICHAGULIA. And KUJICHAGULIA is basically self-determination, and it is to define ourselves, to name ourselves, and to create for ourselves and speak for ourselves. You know, that's what it's all about, to create for ourselves and speak for ourselves. That is self-determination. And that is the second principle of Kwanzaa. So, you know, I have my notes. I have been celebrating Kwanzaa since I was 13. And somebody put a comment on my last, my day 1, principle 1 of Kwanzaa, all cut and paste, I'm sure from Google, somebody who is not African or African American or Black telling me what Kwanzaa is. And I don't mean any disrespect, honey, but you can't tell me what Kwanzaa is. You don't even know what Kwanzaa is. Google is your friend, but you can keep that to yourself. Apparently you didn't watch my video when I said I've been celebrating Kwanzaa since I was 13. So, yeah, I thank you so much. But how are you going to tell me about Kwanzaa? I think not. I think this is the first time you've even heard of it. So I just thought that was funny. I had to bring that up. So, you know, welcome back to day 2. And we're talking about, of course, KUJICHAGULIA, as I said before, which means self-determination, the power to define ourselves and to name ourselves and to speak for ourselves. That is self-determination. We must be able to speak for ourselves. And as, you know, a Black woman, for me in my 60s, but for anybody over the age in their 40s or their 50s or above, you know, if you're rebuilding or grieving like I was, the loss of my mother, and you're grieving the loss of someone, you're healing or you're reinventing yourself, then this principle is definitely calling your name. KUJICHAGULIA is calling your name. And what it really means, KUJICHAGULIA, is not to hustle. We're not hustling. We don't have to prove ourselves to anyone. We don't have to explain anything. You know, it's choosing yourself without apology. I choose myself without apologies. I don't have to explain to anyone why I like wearing my hair shaved. You know, I don't have to explain to anyone why I celebrate Kwanzaa. I don't have to explain to anyone my religious beliefs or anything of the above. I don't have to at all. You know, no apologies at all. Naming who you are now, not who you used to be. You know, who I am now is this sexagenarian era queen in my 60s, living my best life. And I don't have to explain to anybody what was in the past. This is me now. This is me now. You know, and naming who we are and not who we used to be is very powerful. You know, sometimes you get people who hold you in a lane and like, oh, well, she used to be fat, or she used to be this, or she used to be that, or he used to be this and he used to do that. And okay, that has nothing to do with who I am today, right? We all evolve. We all evolve and we all move forward. That's what this is all about. Self-determination is when you stop asking, is this allowed? You stop asking that and you start saying, this is mine. Yes, this is mine. Maybe you didn't feel before, that you could do hard things, right? But now you know yourself and you are determined. Self-determination, right? You're claiming it. You are claiming it. The magic for me in this whole thing in self-determination is my weight loss after menopause, having full hysterectomy surgery, having surgery for having 9 fibroids in my body. And I decided that I was going to go on a weight loss journey and get my life together. And I did that. And that was self-determination. And grieving for my mom, but surviving that. And moving forward every day. That's self-determination. Starting this YouTube channel at 60. That's definitely self-determination. Starting a YouTube channel in my 60s? Like, what? And I love it. It's self-determination. Going live daily, starting that endeavor back in June. That was definitely self-determination, and building this community. Instead of chasing approval from people, we are building a community here. That is definitely self-determination. Nobody picked me. Nobody picked me. They didn't pick Lexi for the team. Lexi picked herself. That is self-determination. When we pick ourselves, we choose ourselves without apology. That is self-determination. And in this community, for me, Kujichagulia basically means that we didn't wait for the algorithm to love us, right? I didn't wait for this algorithm to love me. No, I did not. I showed up anyway, every single day. Every single day. I showed up here, I named my space. And I claimed my space. I did that here on this channel, on this platform, right? I created the belonging. The belonging, I belong here, and I created it. I created my space and my community here because I belong here. I created that. And that is Kujichagulia, self-determination, as it pertains to me and my YouTube community. So, what are you choosing for yourself in 2026? What are you choosing for yourself? What is your self-determination moment? What are you choosing to do? To build, to become that person with no apologies. What are you choosing? What name are you reclaiming for yourself? What are you reclaiming? What are you reclaiming? What are you reclaiming? I reclaim that girl. Lexi is that girl. And I don't need anybody here to tell me otherwise, right? I'm that girl. I claim that here. I claimed it. What version of you is done shrinking small? What version of you is done shrinking? Lexi doesn't shrink for anybody. At all. At all. I don't shrink for anybody. If you don't get with me, you don't get with me. And that's okay. I am here in my full power and my full glory. I am. And I don't shrink small. I'm not like, oh, no, I don't. I choose to not put myself in situations that are detrimental to me. But I do not shrink at all. At all. So I want to know, if this message feels like it was meant for you, drop it down in the comments. Drop it down. I need you to do 3 things for me. Like this video so that it reaches the people who need to see it. Subscribe to this channel if you're new here. We would love to have you. Yappy and I. And comment below, I choose me. Comment that below. I choose me. Because saying that matters. Saying it matters. Look in the mirror. Do that mirror work. I choose me. That is self-determination. That is Kujichagulia. So, thank you for listening to day 2 of my version of Kwanzaa and the 7 principles of Kwanzaa. Tomorrow we will be back for principle 3, and we will discuss how that resonates here with us, with our community. So look, feel free to look things up, but you don't need to tell me about Kwanzaa. I think I know. But please do tell me. Tell me. I choose me. Put it down in the comments. Put it down in there. I love you so much. I love you plenty, as you all know. I see you. I see you. And I'm so proud of you. And I'm so proud of us as a collective and a community. And I'm so grateful that I'm here and able to share these Kwanzaa principles, the Nguzo Saba, with you. So, I didn't say it in the beginning, but Habari Gani. Habari Gani. And we will see you in the next one. Deuces.